Good day, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of Azimi Global Foundation, thank you for joining us for today's workshop. The title of today's workshop is From Awareness to Alignment, an Emotional Reset Workshop. Today's workshop is an opportunity to pause, reflect, and explore how greater self awareness can lead to greater clarity, balance, and alignment in our lives. We are pleased to have with us Humma Arjumand, relational healing coach and founder of Humma Heals. Through her work, she helps individuals strengthen self awareness, navigate emotional challenges, and build healthier relationships with themselves and others. Please join me in welcoming Huma Arjumand. Huma, over to you.
Thank you, Sadia, and welcome everyone. I'm really glad that you're here. Allow me to introduce myself. As Sadia mentioned, I'm Humma, the founder of Humma Heals. I work in the space of emotional healing and relational coaching. I help individuals reconnect with themselves, understand their patterns, and build healthier, more aligned relationships. This work is very personal to me because I truly believe that healing begins when we feel safe enough to be honest with ourselves and with others. Today's workshop is an extension of my work, creating a space where you can pause, reflect, and begin to move from just being aware to actually feeling aligned in your life with more clarity, compassion, and confidence. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge something. It takes courage to pause, to look inward, and to choose yourself. This space is not about being perfect. It's about being honest. Today, you're not here to just listen to a lecture. We're not just talking about healing. We're going to experience it together, gently, safely, and at your own pace. Everything that you do here and that you share here stays here, and you're always allowed to pass because this is your space. So let's begin by just arriving, not as who you think you should be, but exactly as who you are. Next slide, please. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and slowly release. We can do it together. Again, inhale and exhale. Notice your body. Notice what you're carrying. Just notice. No judgment. What are you feeling right now? Are you feeling more relaxed, more calm, perhaps less tense, or even more grounded or more present, lighter? Did you notice how just one conscious breath can shift your mental state and physical state? Imagine what becomes possible when we learn to pause, become aware, and intentionally realign ourselves throughout the day. Next slide, please. Most of us don't struggle because we're broken. We struggle because we've never been taught how to process what we feel. So we carry it, we avoid it, or we overthink it. And over time, that creates disconnection from ourselves and from others. Next slide, please. Awareness. It's the first step because you can't change what you're not aware of. Awareness is not about fixing, it's about noticing. It's about noticing your emotions and then naming them. What am I feeling right now? Am I sad? Am I frustrated? Am I upset? It's about recognizing the patterns that we so often repeat and the cycles that we get stuck in. It's about understanding our triggers. What is causing me to feel this way? What led me to feeling so stressed or to feeling this upset? And that's where everything begins. Next slide, please. I want you to take a few minutes to think and write. As we do this exercise, don't overthink it. Don't try to sound good. Just be real. No one is going to read this but you. I want you to reflect honestly and ask yourself these following questions that you see on the screen. What have I been feeling lately that I haven't fully acknowledged? What keeps coming up for me again and again? What am I avoiding? What do I actually need right now? For the sake of time, I'll give you 5 minutes to reflect and write. You can write these questions down as well, so you can refer to them in the future as needed. If you have a pen and paper handy, feel free to use that. Otherwise, use your phone and just make some notes on the side and answer these questions. Okay, we'll stop now. You can actually continue this exercise later in your own time as well. Usually after this exercise, I ask my clients to share what they feel comfortable and safe to talk about. This is not for advice. It's not to fix anything. It's just to be heard. Because sometimes healing begins simply by saying it out loud. So I give them the space to just let it out without judgment. But for the sake of time, we'll skip this today. But I do want you to read what you wrote to yourself so you can hear yourself. Okay, next slide. From the exercise that we just did, we can see how powerful awareness is. But alignment is where the change actually happens. It's when your actions start to reflect what you've realized. It's when you respond instead of react. It's when you honor your needs and you choose how to do things differently. Next slide, please. When our emotions become overwhelming, the nervous system, it often shifts into survival mode. So instead of feeling calm and balanced, the body perceives a threat and activates a reactive stress response. The stress response can show up in many ways, but they usually fall into 4 categories. Your body may enter into fight mode. In this mode, you'll feel irritable, you'll feel angry, frustrated, and defensive. Your body may go into flight mode. In this mode, you feel anxious, you start to overthink, you feel restless, and you go into avoidance. Your body may enter into freeze mode. In this mode, you feel stuck, you feel numb, you feel disconnected from everything around you, disconnected from yourself. You're unable to make decisions. And then the final mode is fawn mode. In this mode, you enter into the people-pleasing feelings. You ignore your own needs to try to keep the peace. I'm sure these feelings sound familiar. When this happens, when our brain shifts to survival mode, the brain focuses more on protection than reflection. This makes it harder to think clearly, to regulate your emotions, and to communicate effectively, and make intentional choices. When we're overwhelmed, we react. When our nervous system is regulated, we can respond with greater clarity, awareness, and intention. Next slide, please. Great. I wanted to share some practical tools with you that you can take with you and use to help you regulate yourselves, regulate your emotions when you find yourself in any of these reactive states that we mentioned. The first tool, it's all about breathing. As we learned earlier, that breathing shifts our mental state. So let's practice this together. You will inhale for 4 seconds, hold that for 4 seconds, and then slowly exhale for 6 seconds. So we can do that together. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in and count to 4. Now hold it for 4 seconds. And slowly release for the count of 6. Now repeat that again. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold for 4 seconds. And then exhale, the count of 6. Notice how you feel. Hopefully, you're feeling much better. The second tool that I have here, it's a grounding exercise. So, grounding, it shifts your thoughts and brings you back to the present moment. So, when you feel like your mind and body are in the reactive states that I mentioned earlier, you can try this tool. It's actually very helpful, and it's a very common one that I use with my clients. So, in this one, basically to come back to the present moment, you're going to name 5 things that you see around you. Just look around, you just observe and name 5 things. Then you can name 4 things that you feel. Then you can name 3 things that you hear. 3 sounds. Listen to the sounds around you and just name 3 things. Then we go on to our sense of smell, and you name 2 things that you can smell. Perhaps it's the shampoo in your hair, or it could be the cologne that you're wearing. And then finally, name 1 thing that you can taste. Now, you don't have to go through everything and all of these things listed here, but whatever comes to your mind and whatever you can do at that moment, just do that and focus on that. And what that does, it takes away your thoughts from the present and the past and makes you focus on the present moment. Okay, next slide, please. So what's important to know here is that change doesn't happen all at once. It starts with one small intentional step. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to stay honest with yourself. Awareness is the beginning, and alignment comes with practice. So now I want everyone to take a deep breath, just like we did in the beginning of our session today. Take a deep breath and exhale. Notice how you feel now compared to when you came in. Even this pause, this is progress. Healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to yourself. Your mental health is precious. We are in the month of May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. However, once May ends, our mental health should not. It all begins and ends in your mind. So you need to take care of yourself and your mind continuously. This brings us to the end of our workshop, and I want to leave you with some homework, as I do with all my clients. And you won't be tested, so don't worry. This is just for yourself. And remember that small steps, healing is a gradual process. I want you to ask yourself, what is one thing that I can do differently this week? What do I need more of? And what do I need to let go of? And if you're ready to go deeper, I'm here to support you. All right, next slide, please. If you found today's workshop helpful, I do offer one-on-one coaching where we go deeper into this type of work. You're welcome to book a free 15-minute consultation at your convenience, and thank you for joining me today. All right, Sadia, over to you.
Thank you so much, Humma. This presentation was great. It felt like I needed it. I want to thank you again for sharing your insights and practical tools with all of us today because today's workshop has reminded us that, awareness is not like I can we can say that awareness is only the beginning. And the lasting change happens when we intentionally align what we know with how we think, feel, and live it each day. So, we hope that this workshop has provided all the participants with greater awareness, clarity, and inspiration to take meaningful steps towards alignment in our daily life. On behalf of Azimi Global Foundation, I thank all of you for joining us. We appreciate your time and participation and look forward to seeing you at future community programs. I wish you all a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.